to go. Joe Nemechek has led all 5 laps, or 6 laps now, so far in the Aaron's 312. This started about 10 seconds ago. 9 laps in, and there's the big one.
And I counted 8 cars that just came down in front of us at the start-finish line.
That's all there is, about 8.
It's Johnny Sauter right here. Remember, he was in the big one a year ago. There you see Bobby Hamilton Jr., the 25 car. Jason Keller, second points, 57 car.
Lyndon Amick, we saw him waving.
And he was running in 5th place, Mike, Lyndon Amick.
What a shame.
Michael and Dale Jr. just barely made it through. It's right behind them.
Randy McDonald.
The Canadian driver.
There goes Scott Riggs. His car's just torn all up.
Chad Blunt crashed yesterday in practice. They repaired that car. And Darryl, this wreck happened at a place that we really don't normally see the big one, off turn 4.
And this is Mike McLaughlin. A lot of damage to the front of his car, too.
Saw Todd Bodine, the 92 car, our points leader, sitting on pit road, tore up.
And the 38 of Casey Kane.
Outside pole sitter, Kerry Earnhardt.
A little damage to the rear there.
Guys, let's talk about who only did. About 10 cars made it. The rest of them didn't.
Crews rushing back to the garage to try to get cars back in the race. What happened at turn 4? Let's see.
Oh, something happened right there.
Something happened with 21 cars.
21 car, yeah.
If something happened, shot him down across the apron. They started checking up and behind him.
Almost looked like he was trying to get out of the way, and somebody got into the back of him in the process. There you go. Now, I think that may be
32 car. That's Lyndon Amick.
I think that may be behind. See, there's a 21 down on the apron. We need to go a little further back, I think.
Because I'm not sure there was contact between Sauter and Amick.
Yeah, I think he just dropped to the bottom, and all of a sudden,
watch the 21. Well, he's a little behind it.
Yeah, he's up in front of this crowd right here. Yeah, the 32 gets into the back of the 21. Amy gets into the back of Sauter, and that's what started. I don't know, but it looked like from when I was looking at it, the 21 dropped down for some reason.
But apparently maybe Lyndon Amick got in the back of him, checked up, then Brian Vickers gets in the back of him, the 5 car.
From Mike McLaughlin. Almost got through there.
Yeah,
Scott Wimmer.
Just couldn't see anything. Got the fluid all over his windshield. And look at that car on the inside. They're going into the inside wall. Looked like it might have been. Was that McMurray?
And these are all roof cams. Whatever view you see here, this is basically what the drivers see out of the windshield.
I wonder if you hear like a big vibrating noise before Sauter's car got down to the apron right there.
He was trying to get out of the way, or he got to the bottom in a hurry. I'm not sure why.
From Brian Vickers. Darryl, something came up off the ground from the vicinity of the left side of Johnny Sauter's car.
Here we go.
Including David Green and Scott Riggs also coming in. A huge melee crash that has caused several problems for many drivers in the early going of the Aaron's 312.
Darryl, the 21 car was having a problem.
Yeah, it looks like he started. The car started to turn before Vickers got to him.
Looks like he maybe had a tire going down. I'm sure we interviewed him. He'll be able to tell us.
Yeah, looked like his car just started to break loose right in front of that whole crowd.
And unless you have a tire going down here, that normally won't happen.
From our Busch Beer aerial coverage. Look at how quickly this clogs the whole racetrack.
Yeah, and I mean, remember, you're running 190 miles an hour. You can't stop. You just try to drive through it if there's any way possible.
Matt Yocums with a driver who's a victim for the second week of
maintain his point lead.
At this point, no serious injuries to report. We'll keep an eye, and this is a look. Take us through this, Jeff.
Yeah, you see all of a sudden 21 car Johnny Sauter right there. He loses the right rear tire, and what happens is Lyndon Amick sees that happen, and he tries to get out of the way when he starts seeing him spin out. Unfortunately, he gets tacked behind, and there all of a sudden you've got a melee that's second to none. You see cars spinning everywhere.
Like ants just
scrambling.
Yeah,
it's just nobody has any place to go. They're going so fast, and everybody spins back up in front of the big packs. there's just no place to go, guys.
All right, let's take a look. I believe this is Scott Wimmer, a view from his onboard camera.
In the back right there, all of a sudden he gets tagged right there. You see from behind the 92 car, Todd Bodine, damage he's sustaining, as well as Wimmer's in the wall, and he just literally riding it along.
The Stacker 2 camera showing there, and then Michael Waltrip, his onboard, as this makes it through.
Michael right there, you see out the back of his car, and all of a sudden it starts and everything right behind it. The door actually closes behind Michael. He just barely escapes getting damaged right now. So it's just, you know, you've got to be in the right place at the right time. He started way back, but he was able to work his way up to the top 10, and that's what saved him.
All right, so this is the tote board to the moment of those involved. And as Darrell Waltrip said, hey, it might be easier to mention those who were not involved, but you got to look and you can check to see where your driver or where your car, the one that you were following, is involved. As we mentioned, 6 of the top 9 points leaders, including Todd Bodine, who was the points leader coming in.
20 total cars sustained damage during this wreck right here. So a lot of guys are working, as you see, trying to straighten out sheet metal to get back out there. There's the driver right there.
That's Randy
LaJoy trying to straighten the sheet metal out, trying to get it fixed. And
Let's check in.
Dick Bergman.
Hey, Randy, in the big one last year, same car in the big one again. Can you get this thing out? The car just, oh boy, it's so bent up.
A lot of sheet metal. It tracked good. You know, it looked like somebody cut a tire, and I seen rubber flying over the cars, and you see the rubber, and man, I just pulled the seat belts tight, and I said, boy, this ain't gonna be good, and it wasn't.
Have you seen the left front rail?
I see the right front. I had air conditioning.
Yeah, the right front door is torn off, but the rail is bent just in front of the steering box. This car is really torn off. Working on his own car, and that's a...
And when some of these cars were making repairs and trying to get out, we're going to show you why. Pit road was closed.
Obviously, the pace car was coming, but, man, that was almost a disaster on pit road.
Our coordinating producer, Richard Zion, says, Darrell, instead of crank it up, we've had crack it up.
I've woke up many a nights in a cold sweat dreaming about that right there.
This week on Home Makeover, we're at the home of Brad and Steffi Gill. Steffi.
100 laps to go in the Aaron's 312 at Talladega after a 21-car pile-up. Let's have one more look at it before we go back to green. Watch the 21 car of Johnny Sauter go down to the apron, and mayhem. Now, the last car in was way, way behind the wreck, and Randy McDonald just flew right in there.
Well, I think we have the mess cleaned up, and we're back green flag racing.